Alright, hello everyone. My name is Royal Crest, or PD Hurt. This is going to be a Handguns run of Bayonetta Angel Slayer, so before we do anything I should probably actually switch onto Handguns. It's been a while since I've last streamed, so I'm not super familiar with how Twitch and everything works. It's been like, honestly, probably like 2 years. But first I want to switch over. I want to put that on, and then I want to put the Star of Bayonetta, just that way I can taunt in case I get it. But other than that, let's go. So, why am I doing this? Because I feel like it could be funny. I just hope that this is working as intended, because also this is like an old computer, a new computer compared to like what I used to stream on, so like when I just downloaded OBS, it just, or Streamlabs or whatever it is, it just like put everything back on, like it just loaded everything up and I was like, okay, that looks right, so I'm hoping everything's fine. There's really no reason not to use kicks. Ugh. This is going to be very long. Oh, kindred, or kinship, my beloved. probably try actually paying attention to the game and not the stream feed. Yeah, this chapter is pretty hard, isn't it? Well, honestly, now that I realize, I can't actually see the stream from my software. I can only see it because I have it pulled up on the stream, so that's unfortunate. So after I finish this, let me see if I can get this actually lined up properly. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna just put this on pause for a moment, see if I can get this thing to work, because my OBS is being a little... Okay, there we go. I don't know why my OBS was being weird, but yes, I wouldn't say like I'm a long time player, but I played this game a lot. I think I got this like 4 or 5 years ago, but I like this game a lot, so sometimes you just have to make things more challenging for yourself. No, I've played all 3 games. 1 is definitely my favorite. I think, like, I'm gonna be completely honest, I think 2 and 3 have a lot of shortcomings compared to the first game in terms of the actual gameplay. Like, I have some very strong opinions, and a lot of people kind of disagree with me on things, but, you know, at least on 3. 2, people might agree with me a little bit on, but I just prefer 1 the most, just because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it has, like, the cleanest combat, probably, just because, like, I don't know. I don't know how much I want to, like, dive into that, because I have some very strong feelings on everything, but you know what, it's something to talk about, so sure, why not? But, like, I am, like, very much, like, not a fan of 2 because of the, Unborn Climax mode. Because all it is just, like, an unnecessary, like, power... Like, it just makes things, like, in order to make that feel strong, you have to make the rest of your moves feel relatively weak, and I feel like that just overall ruins the, game feel. Just because, like, you have to, like, really be... Like, it just doesn't work well, because, like, you have to, all your other things feel so much weaker in comparison. Your regular attacks feel so much weaker because they have to be so much, like, I just cannot put the words together while I'm doing this. But basically, just because, like, the Unborn Climax makes your other attacks feel so much weaker in comparison, and I feel like Demon Slave is probably, like, in the same boat there. And that's why I'm just not a fan of the 2 and 3 as much as 1, at least. There's still definitely, like, good action games by all means, it's just I feel like they fail to live up to the, kind of the hype that the first games had. I can't see what's going on. Here we go. I'm sorry, like, with the Beloveds, like, because this is such a tiny arena, it gets so hard to like see what's going on just because like they fade in and out of existence. Yeah. Okay. I got a little greedy there. Alright, we'll just use a torture attack to get some back of our health, some of our health back. I will try my best to not take damage, so that way, like, I don't have to sit and taunt enemies, but, you know, sometimes I get greedy. Okay, here we go. But yeah, with like Unring Climax, like staggering enemies, it's just like, I don't know. Unring Climax I really don't like, because like, it's just with the Wicked Weaves, like, it just makes everything else feel really weak in comparison. Or maybe that's just like, how the game is like designed normally, with like, just the damage output overall being low, but like, it just doesn't feel great when like, you do peanuts and damage. It doesn't? Okay, well that's good to know, but even still, it's just like, I don't know. Then that might just be like a problem with the damage scaling in the game in general. It's just all the enemies feel like they have a little bit too much health than what they should, so it just kind of feels like fights drag out unnecessarily. Okay, Joy. Come on, Joy. Yeah, I know you can use magic for, like, other things, but it just, I don't know. The game kind of feels like it kind of throws it at you, like, you kind of feel like, I don't know, just because, like, it just makes, like, it just, like, a really strong option, and, like, okay, don't know how that hit me. But just, like, it's just such a strong option that it just feels like the game kind of, like, goads you into using it, and you're kind of, like, wasting resources if you aren't actually using it, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like the same thing with, like, Demon Slave, I find, just, like, I don't know. I prefer fighting with Bayo, but just with 3, they throw so many big guys at you that you kind of, like, have to use Demon Slave if you want the fight to progress at a reasonable pace. Okay, come on. Okay. Yeah, now Demon Slave is a bigger problem because you definitely do more damage, that's definitely true. Okay, I'm not paying close enough attention to the game. This is not going to bode well. Definitely not going to bode well if I can't even, like, get through the first verse. I mean, I've done this before, it's just, I think having to kind of do this while streaming is kind of what is... I'm just distracting myself. Okay. We have that bit of health first, though. Have I used handguns? Honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. I have really not played much of 3 just because it's just a game that I do not want to replay. Just because, like, I played it through with, like, the, like, I played it through the first time, but then, like, once I beat the game, I'm like, I had, like, no interest in, like, actually, like, replaying it. Just because, like, I don't know, the chapters, like, that is another thing with 3, is, like, 3 has a lot of chapters that I'm like, it has that part in it that I don't want to go through, because, like, for example, like, 1, I really don't like, what is it, Chapter 8, Route 666, just because, like, it has so many, like, I don't like the vehicle sections that much in this game, because, like, it's just really touchy and all that, and I feel like 3 just kind of cranks it up to 10. Like, every chapter has, like, one of those really annoying chapters in it that I just don't want to replay. So I really honestly haven't even, like, used Handguns in 3. That was a very long and winded answer, so I'm sorry for that, but... I do want to say, though, the one good thing about 2 that I will give it a lot of praise for is that they really kind of cut down on, like, all those, like, unnecessary vehicle sections. And, like, the ones that are there, like the, with the Umbran armor, is a lot more like the regular gameplay, so it feels a lot less intrusive. Like, there's only, like, 2 vehicle sections I can remember, and that's, like, the one where you're on, like, the, horse demon, whatever it's called, while you're chasing after, chasing for Loki. And then the one at the very end when you're flying up to the top of the mountain. Which, like, honestly, that's also another thing that I never quite understood about Bayo 2's story, is, like, I thought, like, the whole point was that you couldn't just, like, fly to the island. So, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know. You would say 2 is the best? Oh, see, now I would have to disagree. I feel like 2 is probably the, one that I like least at least. And I would probably argue that's probably just because of, like, the, issues with just, like, the damage scaling. That everything just kind of feels super weak in comparison for, like, no good reason. So, I don't know. But yeah, definitely, I definitely don't think 3 is as great as it should be. Okay. I got crunched. Alright, let's use a, But yeah, I feel like a lot of people like 2, and I wonder if that's just because, like, once 2 came out, it became a lot more of a mainstay series, whereas, like, with 1, since it was like a new franchise, it was probably just like less popular because of that. It wasn't really until 2 came out, and then also with like Nintendo picking up the IP and all that, that it like really kind of like hit the spotlight. So I feel like most people probably started with 2. I feel like there's also a lot of gameplay changes in 2 that make it a lot more better to start with than 1, because 1 is definitely pretty difficult with a lot of BS to it. So okay, John, you're kind of being a jerk right now. Alright, we'll just hunt you for that last little sliver of health. Okay, fine. Make me taunt you again? Yeah, 1 definitely does have a lot of, like, outdated principles. A lot of button mashing, a lot of, like, really stupid instant death cutscenes. So I can definitely understand why people might not like it, but I think as far as, like, the actual gameplay is concerned, I think it's probably the strongest. And I'd probably just say because there isn't, like, that super move in Demon Slave and Climax to kind of, like, doesn't have a thing that you have to rely on outside of, like, your actual moveset, which personally is what I think makes it shine so well. Now, the Jean fights are going to be just very long, just basically constantly firing off bullets. Come on, John. Just take the bullets. But also, maybe the other thing with handguns in 3, now that I'm thinking about it, is that they don't have a Demon Slave associated with them, right? Oh yeah, losing magic on hit, you know, that within at 1 HP, yeah. versus start with the enemies instantly hitting you. Oh yeah. And then the chapter menu. Yeah. I can definitely see how a lot of these things are... Okay, John, please. But yeah, I can definitely see how there's a lot of kind of things that are just kind of not ideal. I'm not sure with stuff like the chapter menu if that's more of just like a result of the generation that it started with, like, or since it's like a 360 game first, or like that generation of consoles, that that might just be an outdated thing because of that. So I'm not really sure. There we go. I should probably just put on Evil Harvest Rosary for the John chapters just so that way they don't take like 20 minutes. Just because like I'm dealing like no damage. Oh yeah, the Alpines and Lost chapter are ridiculously long and spammy, but the problem is that this game doesn't have enough enemy variety to justify that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, yes and no. Like, personally, I think 1 has pretty good enemy variety. Okay. I forgot, you guys move faster now. But like, as far as enemy variety is concerned, I feel like 1 has good enemy variety. Like, I feel like that's one thing that I would complain about 3 and 2, is that I just feel like there's too many enemies, and maybe that's more just a result of, like, the game being limited to a 14 structure like a 14, 15 structure, or chapter structure. Because, like, I always feel like you're just throwing, like, 2 and 3 just throw new enemies at you constantly that you just don't get the chance to learn how they work. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of, they do feature, like, the same enemies over and over. Yeah, that is true. But, like, 2 and 3, I just feel like they throw so many enemies at you that, like, you just don't really get the chance to learn how they work, and I feel like the repetition is probably good for an action game like this, where you kind of learn what to expect, as opposed to like 2 and 3, where it's just like you kind of like get new enemies every chapter, and they just never like repeat them. Like, I think Sloth shows up like what, once in the entire story, twice if you do an optional chapter, outside of like, you know, Alfheims or Muspelheims and stuff. Yeah. I mean, like, I guess the tag climax is, like, an option, but I feel like, you know, like, a normal person, like, a regular player, probably wouldn't be doing tag climax, like, until they finish the main story. Oh yeah, 3 not having multiplayer, that was, like, a pretty interesting choice. I really do find it strange how they, like, got rid of a lot of, like, this really, like, good change or good things that they had in 2, like tag climax or the there's something else. Like there's a lot of other features that I think 2 had, or like playing as Jean and like the character select, to like 3 like the character select being removed in 3. That's like the saddest thing for me, just because like I like being able to play as other characters, and I like not having to you know, start a whole new save file to play as a different character, which that is another thing that 1 kind of sucks. Oh yeah, 3 only has 1 global save file? Oh, I didn't even know that. That's unfortunate. And that's honestly kind of stupid, like, if you just want to have, like, multiple save files. Oh yeah, Viola. I do not want to play as Viola, so that's not going to be a concern for me. Like, I mean, granted, I don't think I really played 3 after they did the, update that supposedly made her a lot better. But just, like, my first experience with her, it was just not fun. Like, yeah, Virgil. But Viola is just not fun. I'm gonna be completely honest, she's probably my least favorite character in the entire series. Like, she's there, she doesn't contribute anything to the story, she's literally just chasing Luca around, and then, like, she literally should have died, like, 3 times in the story, but she only gets saved due to, like, a plot contrivance of, like, oh, hey, I have magical demon, or magical fairy powers, this is fair. And it's just like, overall, she contributes just so little to the story, and she's not even fun to play as. It's like completely ridiculous. I really should just turn on the harvest. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna turn on the harvest rosary, just because, like, this is just gonna take forever otherwise. You know, I feel like that's cheating. I'm gonna take it off. Yeah, super hard mode on Viola. Yeah, Viola is just, like, ridiculous. And then also, another thing. It's just, like, I don't know, the way she plays and the way the game forces you into playing as her, it's just like, yeah, and then just locking you into, like, playing as her in certain chapters, that's, like, also another thing that kills the replayability, like, on top of, like, those really weird vehicle sections, or, like, you know, the freaking Gamora rock, paper, scissors minigame, like, it's like, I don't want to play half the chapters because I don't want to play as Viola for half of them, and, like, that's just what really sucks about it. 90% of your deaths are on Viola chapters? Yeah, that sounds about right. Viola is just not good. The parry mechanic also is just, like, not fun. And, like, I don't know if, like, they made her dodge worse than Bayonetta's, but I feel like the dodge on her just is not nearly as good. Oh, and then, like, speaking of dodges, like, enemies have some really weird hitboxes in 3, I think. Like, I have, like, a video of, like, what is it, Nearest, the snail guy that you fight in, like, the desert chapter. Like, the hitbox literally comes out before the animation plays, so it's just, like, how are you supposed to anticipate that? Okay. You can't even see what's coming at you. I see you. I see you thrown. Alright. Hitboxes are so wonky in 3. The only good part about 3, I think, is the Balls of Bull fight. That's, like, the only thing that I'm like, yes. Yeah, okay. I don't really think hitboxes were an issue in 1. I never really felt like I feel like all the hitboxes were, like, pretty accurate to what was actually being hit, so... Yeah, I don't know. I think the hitboxes in 1 are probably fine. It's just 3 is just really, really weird. And then don't even get me started on the story of 3. Just get the stupid enemies out of the way. Oh yeah, the story is so on drugs. I'm surprised that was a bat within. I really thought that was going to be a regular dodge. What was my favorite part of 3's story? Oh, actually, my favorite thing about 3, since the multiverse is confirmed, and from the Egypt chapters, we see that the Arch-Eve is not always Bayonetta, because Jean was the Arch-Eve in the Egypt world. That basically means that there is a universe out there where Enzo and Jean are macking face, because they are Arch-Eve and Arch-Adam. Just to put that terrible thought in your face. 3 people worked on the story? Yeah, I can see that. Also, like, just, like, the story with 3 is, like, so weird, since, like, they make Bayonetta and Muka, like, to be, like, these star-crossed lovers, but, like, it's implied, if not outright stated, that, the Bayo in 3 is supposed to be the Bayonetta from, or is supposed to be, Cereza from 1, and, like, that just makes it so weird, because, like, all of the Lucas fuse at the end, so it's just, like, this is the dude that babysat you, like, it just is really weird. And it's just, like, I don't know. And then, like, if you take it for, like, by itself, it's very poorly told, because, like, they have, like, no character interaction, but then if you use, like, 1 and 2 to fill in the holes, like, it's still really poorly told because of those, like, really weird, like those really weird kind of things to go with it. On top of, like, personally, I think, like, Luca and Bayonetta have, like, no chemistry, too, like, at all. Like, I would not see them as, like, being in love or anything. Like, at most, they seem, like, kind of like friends. Oh, yeah, absolutely. 3 destroys everything that 1 and 2 had built up. It's, yeah, I hard agree with you there. Let's get this stupid armies out of the way. Okay, I think that's all of them. Alright. These are all chainsaws. I don't like chainsaws. Let me out. Oh, I love these guys. This is going to be a very long fight. This is just gonna be a lot of... Oh yeah, Jean. I honestly haven't even... I don't think I played as Jean just because... Oh, hey. What? Okay. Okay, he was just flying away last second when I was looking away. Okay. But yeah, I could definitely see Jean being not great. Like... Did they, like, change anything compared to, like, how she handles in, like, 1 and 2 with, like, you know, the increased wicked weave damage and the, you know, non-stop dodges and stuff like that? Like, did it make her worse in any of that regard, or is it just, like... Okay. I can't see what's going on, because the game just keeps... Game just kept switching which person I'm looking at. Okay, ouch. Yeah, no costumes too for Jean. Her witch time isn't longer anymore? Oh, that's stupid. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, her witch time isn't longer anymore. Like, yeah, that was the whole point, because it's supposed to be you can only activate it with Mop within, and then it's just like... Yeah, and she has 0 costumes. Yeah, and then Viola too, she like has no costumes. I mean, technically she has her shirts, but like, that's like not the same. The shirts are just kind of like really meh. I also just really don't like Viola's design. Like, I don't know, like, just like, she's got like she's supposed to be like the she's got this manic pixie dream girl haircut, but she's also like a punk rock girl, and then she's like got plaid pants. Like, are you Scottish too? And then like she's got like a weeaboo sword with like a shirt. Like, Viola, like who actually like who thought like this was like aesthetically pleasing to put like all of that stuff together? Just like, who thought that was okay? Oh, she has a Nintendo Switch shirt? Well, okay, that one makes sense. Alright, we'll put you into a blender. We'll put you into those as well. bring you in there just to get the... And then that should get all of our health back. Cool. So now I just have to make sure I don't get hit. Okay, that was close. The rocket section is probably my... I don't know. I feel like it's probably the motorcycle section, just because the physics can be, like, really weird. Like, the rocket section is definitely nauseating, but, like, I don't know. I feel like the vehicle section also, like, just takes up way more time. Or at least just as much time, and, like, the chapter is, like, super long on top of it. But yeah, the rocket section is not fun. Especially with, like, the screen, like, completely, like, rotating every time you dodge. Well, that is just... It's pain without which time, yeah, I can imagine. It's just, like, nauseating. That's just all it is. It's just, like, so nauseating. My besties, grace and glory. Okay, you guys are not my besties no more. Oh yeah, I've played Infinite Climax. I'm not sure I ever played that chapter, because I think I ever... Yeah, I don't think I ever, like, really played the entire game on Infinite Climax. I've definitely played it, but I don't think I ever actually played it, like, on every chapter. It was just, like, to get, I think, maybe, like, the Umbran Tears of Blood or something. Which even then, I don't even think I got all of that. Did I? I'm not sure. I would have to check. Yeah, I'm not sure, but, like, if you're on Infinite Climax, you can just put on the Evil Harvest Rosary for, like, no penalties, so that is, like, another thing. So I'm not really sure. What that chapter is on Infinite Climax. Oh, jeez, probably... I'm trying to, like, remember, like, what... Oh, it's probably the motorcycle section, isn't it? Yeah, because I forget you play Jean with the motorcycle. Honestly, that part is just, like, annoying to begin with because of, like, all the harmonies, like, going at you. Like, it's just... There we go. But yeah, like, the Jean section with, like, the rockets, like, that's just, ugh, disgusting. Because the harmonies just, like, just start, like, so annoying. Oh, take yourself out, buddy, 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 take that out, take... Oh. Yes, do your stupid laser move. It, like, never hits me. Oh, the planet section where you're driving the sun, because... Oh, the gravity section? Oh, they like, made that skill, too? Oh, that's ridiculous. All of these people are after me, goodness. I'm just dodging and praying that I make the hits. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, if you crash into a planet, that's instant death. Yeah, that's another thing. Like the little guidey sections of like the Lipstick and Boulder and like Jubilees, those are definitely like part of those things that I'm kind of glad weren't really in 2 and 3. Yeah. At least I think 2 and 3 got rid of them. I think 2 might have had like one section. Can't really remember. Oh, right, because you're at the end of the final chapter. You have the one where you're doing Aesir into the thing, into Gamora's mouth. Just get this guy dead. Yeah, with the handguns, these guys can be annoying. Not, like, necessarily hard, just, like, you have to, like, break down their armor first. Jerk. Hopefully that'll be enough to, finish this guy off with a torture attack. I don't think I got the max there. I think I messed up my button there. Whoops. Yeah, the 2 had like the one at the end with Aesir, and that one was just straightforward. It was just like there were no obstacles or anything. Oh hey, there was a greener thing right here. Every day I get closer to just putting on the rosary just so that way it doesn't take forever. Oh, you can fail that one with Aesir? Well, that's interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense, because, like, that's kind of the whole point. Even though it's supposed to be mostly cinematic, like, you know, there's still a gameplay element to it. away from me, gracious. He missed, dummy. No, I'm definitely using accessory. I'm not that crazy. For right now, I'm just using the, Star of Bayonetta to recover my health when I get low, and then, like, or to keep myself topped off, and then, I also just have the, I forget what it's called, but the one that just recharges your magic when you use it all up. Just because, like, that one, like, that's just a good one to have. Although, honestly, I think I might just switch to the Rosary now, just because, like, I think I've shown that I can do it. It's just, like, a speed thing where I'm like, I don't want to have every fight last, like, 20 minutes, just because, like, I'm dealing, like, no damage. Although that does definitely make it a lot. Okay. Yeah, Sergei's level would probably help. I just don't like using it for whatever reason. I don't know why I'm suddenly getting my stuff mollywopped. Oh yeah, Sergei's level never returned? Oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay, ow. That should be it. Okay. But yeah, Sergei's lever would probably help here. It's just, I don't know. I'm not a fan of using it for whatever reason. Just, I feel like it drains your magic gauge, like, way too fast for, like... I don't know, I feel like whenever you hit an enemy, it, like, bounces back, so, like, the clones just, like, never really do any meaningful damage unless it's, like, a super big guy. So I just, like, end up never using it, but, you know, that's probably just me being bad at the game or something. Oh, with Pillow Talk? Oh, yeah, I could see how that would be a good pairing. And use up some of our magic to do some torture attacks so we can get some health back while taunting. But yeah, with Pillow Talks, like charge attacks, yeah, that can definitely be incredibly helpful. Alright, almost topped off. Yeah. They do kind of look like melty cheese, don't they? Especially with like the fiery ones, because like they're all like burning. Although I do find it really funny if you just keep firing bullets at these enemies, like it extinguishes their fire, so they just have to like keep screaming to recharge their flames, so like you can just basically stun lock them, which I find is like pretty funny for some reason. I feel like that should have been a rosary hit, sure. Like this, if you just keep... Can't even do anything. Yeah, the fire ones, yeah, it's difficult to tell the difference. I think basically the big tell is like the armor goes, like when they're in range, the armor goes silver too, or goes golden too. Oh, you didn't crash into a wall there. Okay, ouch. Oh, didn't mean to use on that one. Our level... I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't really use many of the accessories, because, like, I don't know, I never found them to be... Most of them I found were kind of like, eh. The devils, I think, are probably not great. I don't think I really see many people using them, but that might just be me running in the wrong circles or something. Okay. Ow! I'm getting bullied in the corner. Okay. Ow. Okay, ow. I'm getting bullied. I just need this stupid... Okay. Here we go. If I can get you out of the way, I can take my time. Fortunately, the enemies are pretty kind and they take turns. I want to keep my distance so I don't have to take my rosary off and accidentally kill him, so I want to make sure I'm keeping my distance. There we go. All charged up and all that fun stuff. Yeah, this is probably the one part that you want to use, Oh, Poli's Butterfly, absolutely. I use Poli's. I'm not that crazy. But this is definitely the one section you want to be using Rosary on. Okay. Camera. It'd be great if... Ah, shoot. That's not good. Keep your distance. Yeah, the rosary is kind of insane. I think, like, the small ones... I feel like that should have killed him. I guess it just wasn't close enough to actually deal damage. But yeah, the rosary is very strong against those guys, and I think maybe it's just, like, the small ones just have very little health compared to, like, the big guys. Probably just because, like, you need to be able to take them out quickly before they start forming the big guys, otherwise that's kind of, like, not fair, you know? I don't think I can get that guy again, no. There we go. That guy I'm gonna get, though. This one I should get to, yeah. This one I'm gonna take off the rosary for a sec. I'll put on Luna Mahakala. I don't think I'm gonna get that guy. Oh, nope, I did. Okay, we're good. It has insane range in 3. They probably nerfed the damage on it then, huh? It's like, I just really did not play enough of 3. Like, I basically played enough to get through the story, and like that was basically it. I stopped playing, so I was just like, I don't want to play this game anymore. Time to put the rosary back on. It does 1500 damage, which is 3 times the damage it did in Bayo 2. Oh. That's interesting. I wonder how much it does in 1. Oh! Ah, shoot. I wasn't paying attention. I thought he was still staggered. 1, it's very hard to tell damage. Yeah, that's probably true. The enemy damage scaling is probably not the same either. Oh, I have to deal with these guys. That's okay. I'll just have to keep using torture attacks, it's fine. As long as I'm dodging, I'll get my magic back. Combo points in 1 are manually assigned to each attack, unlike 2 and 3 are not tied to damage. Oh. I didn't know that. I'm completely honest, there are a lot of like small things about this game that I don't really know. But, you know, I guess that's to be expected. Because there's a lot of, like, really weird things. Like, I don't really think about points all that much unless I'm trying to do... Dude, stop pouncing on me. Dude. Okay, you know what? Get my magic up, and then I can smack this guy with another giant spiky wheel. Alright, there should be one more. And you're the one I don't like. Because these guys are what? Fearless and Fairness? I can never remember which is which. I think Fearless is the blue one, right? Oh, you can stun lock them by Just doing witch stomps? Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, cool. I'm glad I got out of that. Oh, I was like, that's gonna be so sad if I just narrowly missed them. Like, that dude had like a little sliver of health. Thankfully, that's like not the last thing I need. Let me taunt also just to get my magic up a little bit. I have to be careful because I keep feeling and like tempted to like try and like parry the attack, but I'm like, I do not have the moon equipped. The Rodon fights, yeah, I'm aware of them. I will admit I've only played the ones in one, and I actually have never actually beaten the Rodon fight in one, just because it is a very difficult fight. Just because like, you know, after a certain point he just like does a fist attack and like deals like half your health, and it's just kind of like nonsense. But yeah, I'm familiar with very difficult fights. Okay. I didn't even realize you were right there. Okay, we should be good on that. Yeah, no, like, same thing with, for like the same reason with 3, it's just like, I prefer 1, so I never actually really played 2 all that much. I also only got it like relatively recently, like only about like a year ago. And I just did it just to kind of like play it before I played 3. And just like, I don't know, because I just enjoy 1 more, I just never really grinded in 2. To like get that far, so like I don't think I never beat the Witch Trials 2. I mean, I think I did like Witch Trial up to 3, but I got stuck at 4 just because I feel like just the game is just not. I feel like there's just a lot of like just issues with the game's combat that kind of detract from what I find fun compared to the first game. That I'm like, I'm gonna be playing the game on a difficult mode. I'd rather be playing one where it feels simultaneously more fair, but then also like more difficult, or like, okay. You gotta stop. You grind Angel Slayer handguns but never finish Rodon in 1, yes. I'm being called out. It's just because, like, I don't know, like, the Rodon fight, it's because you don't start with your magic. That's really what it is, I think. That with, like, Angel Slayer, you can, like, kind of, like, grind up your magic so you have something to start with, but, like, with okay, excuse me, I'm getting double whipped. Oh, and they spawn another one. That is so... Oh, I am mad. You're the one that's almost dead. We gotta get you out of here. Okay, that should get that guy. That the trick? Is that just like spamming the Evil Harvest Rosary or something? Because I feel like I've seen a video on the... Oh wait, that was the wrong button. Oh, okay. I actually didn't know that. Stop spawning more of you! Okay. Yeesh, this is getting annoying. That is definitely good information to know. I will try that then. Because I only ever did it from the menu screen. I didn't realize you could even do that, but... that definitely will help, you know, starting with a full magic age. They patched that out into... they got smart. You need to stop. I don't know why the Joys gave me so much trouble, because they spawned 2 more of themselves. It was supposed to be 3, but then they were like, let's make it 5. Ugh. Oh, they make you not... They prevent the player from using Climax Brace. Climax Brace is the one that's Witch Time, right? That just is instant Witch Time whenever you want, right? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's probably just some sort of weird coding thing where it's just like the Radon stage is like some weird in between, especially if you can like do it mid-chapter to like kind of like cheese it. Oh, I got got. I keep getting got. Ooh. There we go. Okay, I was not expecting that to make that guy go flying like that. Like, my guy just keeps flipping right into it. Pillow Talk, Climax Brace, Sergei's Lover, Fatherhood on, and he's dead in second. Okay, cool. I think I can get you with this. Sergei's Lover on Fatherhood Dawn. Yeah, sounds about right. Nice, okay. I'll take the... You know what, let's... This is probably not the guy that I want to try and get my health back on, even though I can. It's early enough that I can just... Oh, maybe I should have. I don't know what's going on. I hate that stupid snake thing. Okay. There we go. Also, one boss that can only take up to 5 minutes per attempt, it's way less insane than 51 verses in a row that lasts 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah, I will say them splitting up the witch trials in 2 and 3 into like multiple sections, that's definitely a really good thing. Makes it a lot less especially when set chapter throws 3 final zones at you at the same time near the end. I can definitely understand that. It definitely makes it way less annoying. You're the lightning guy, so I'm just gonna use 2 torture attacks on you to get rid of you immediately. I do not like Glorious. Also, I saw you, Jean, trying to snap a wicked weave at me. Oh wait, he didn't die! Oh, that's so... That's ridiculous. Okay. How are you not dead with, like, everything going at you? There we go. Jesus. This is getting really iffy, because I forgot how this section works. Yeah, I can definitely understand not liking, like, the witch trials and all that, just because it's like a boss rush and all that. I can definitely understand that, but it's part of the reason why I like 1, honestly, even though it's, like, obviously, like, it's annoying and all that, but, like, I just like being able to just have, like, enemies after enemies, not, like, you know, having to, like, do those kind of, like, in-between chapter stuff. Yes, John, you're very cool. John, you gotta stop. There we go. Jeez. Rodon fight expert, yeah. Rodon 2 is my favorite, and fighting 3 sucks. Yeah, I've heard 3 sucks. That, like, to the point where, like, most people had to use, like, the what is it, Kraken cheese or whatever, or the Cassiopeia cheese, where you, like, you stomached him with Cassiopeia. His Demon Slave though looks pretty cool. Burning through all my magic just to get my health back as much as I can. Cause is there only one guy right here? Yeah, I'll take off my... Just so that way I don't kill him, so I can just use this guy to get my health back. Oh really? It's the easiest fight out of the 3? That's interesting. I never actually tried that in 3, just because also, again, I never grinded enough in it to actually get that far. There was not any chapters that I wanted to play again. I don't even think I got the all wrong weapon, just because like I couldn't figure out which chapter I had to do to get the secret chapter to unlock it. I think there should be some more guys after this, so I'll just do that. So, yeah, artificially difficult where it's just a lot of health and damage, but, like, the AI is easy, yeah. Yeah, that's sort of, like, the one thing that's kind of sad about some of the games. Like, sometimes devs just make things hard by making it so that way you can't mess up, instead of, like, actually making it, like, challenging. Which is really unfortunate, because sometimes there are some really good games, but then they just have to go and, like... Okay, ouch. I thought I could get a torture attack in there. I was mistaken. There we go. You little sneak. You thought you could do that. These guys think they're slick. I'm just gonna... Looks like they're done updating 3. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm surprised there wasn't even, like, any, like, DLC or anything. Although, I guess technically the DLC was supposed to be, Bayonetta Origins. They probably, like, honestly, they probably should have released Origins before they did 3, just because, like, Origins is, like, very evidently, like, a retcon of, like, everything that 3 did. So, like, you have to, like, you should have, like, they should have started with Origins to, like, actually make it make sense. Yeah. That is, like, the one unfortunate thing, especially, like, Animal Crossing 2, like, New Horizons. It had so much potential, but then it just, like, completely fell flat. It's like with Animal Crossing, like, that was, like, a really fun game. Like, I really wish it had more to it. It's just, like, there wasn't enough progression, and then, like, they were like, you get new stuff, but then it's just, like, holidays that were, like, base themed for, like, every other game in the series. There we go. Oh yeah, Smash Bros. The devs abandoned it entirely. Well, like, isn't Ultimate, like, 5 years old at this point? Or, like, it'll be 5 come, like, November or something, or December. So, like, I can understand why that game kind of fell flat, unless it was, like, they basically stopped updating after the fighter passes finished up. Which I guess would make sense, but, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like Ultimate that much either. Okay, this is going to be a very Rosary. This is going to be a Rosary-centric level. Yeah, I guess so. Like the other games that are older. I'm not much, I don't really like follow many like kind of games long term, I guess, so I guess I'm just not like up to date with like what would be considered normal for like update and upkeep, unless it's a game that like continuously gets like new content added to it on a regular basis. But those are like those kind of like free to play kind of games, I guess. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just mashing buttons. Oh yeah, Rodon and Baldur is intact climax. Yes, I did actually know that. You can play as Rosa, Baldur, Rodon, Baldur, and Jean and Bayo. Unfortunately, they removed the best character, Little King Zero. Unfortunately. He was just too strong. Rest in peace. Yeah, no, I think that's really cool. Like, I think it would have been cool if they let you, like, play as them in the main game or something. Like, obviously with cutscenes, just, like, I don't know, put them in, just put Bayo as a stand-in if, like, the models are gonna be an issue. Because, like, it's cool when devs let you play as, like, other characters in the game, but it's a little, I find it a little sad when it's like one specific mode, especially when it's something like Bayo, where you can play as other characters in other chapters. But, like, not all of them. But, I mean, I guess also, because, like, they only have, like, one weapon type that, like, it can probably get a little... Right? They only have, like, one weapon, right? Do not stomp. Do not stomp. Do not kick. I said one thing. I made one request, and here you are, ignoring it. No kick, no kick, no kick. Do not stomp. Come on. This should be enough. There we go. It's too bad if the game was moddable. It's probably be doable. I mean, I feel like people have like modded it too before. Like I'm pretty sure like what Creative Handle I think is a big modder of the Bayo games, and I'm pretty sure they have modded too. I'm not positive, but I feel like they have. Oh, only graphical. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't understand why in... Okay, ow. Rude. Why they put Grace and Glory here instead of Gracious and Glorious, and it's like, you lose your witch time in verse 4 no matter what, so it's like, what's the point of putting them here? I mean, I guess there's... Yeah, Bayonetta is not a popular franchise by any means, yeah. I mean, like, it's gained some popularity in the past few years, but, you know, yeah, I guess it's not, like, the biggest franchise in the world. Dude, leave me alone. Let me taunt you. I got little pom-poms. That's what these pom-poms are for, so I can cheer you on. Come on, I'm being your friend. Dude. Oh, just a bunch of VTubers doing their first playthroughs. Yeah, I guess so. Cause like when you have like the new games coming out, like when 3 came out, I saw a bunch of people being like, "I'm gonna play Bayo 1 for the first time," and then people would complain that it's hard, and it's just like, yeah, it's a hard game, but like, get good, respectfully. There we go. Yeah, because I know when 3 came out, or at least up until it was coming out, I did a whole Let's Play on Bayo 2, like every day, basically every day. Okay, ow, you guys are fire guys. You guys are on fire. But I did an entire playthrough of Bayo 2 that was like a daily episode up until Bayo 3 released. So it was basically almost every day in October. Yeah, the insta-deaths and the insta-deaths and stuff like that are kind of BS, but like I feel like I see people complain even about like, you know, Grace and Glory and stuff. Like the game really doesn't pull any punches as far as the actual like combat is concerned. So like, you know, yeah, there are definitely some like nonsense elements to it, but I think it's like a little bit more than that too. Come on, buddy. Just enough to get your armor off, so that way I don't have to worry about... There we go. Oh yeah, dodge offset. The game doesn't bring it up at all. I will say that is one really unfortunate thing that the game does, is that like dodge offset is a very important skill to learn, but like it doesn't tell you that you can do that. I mean, like it does sort of in the or even holding the button down for lingering attacks like fire bombs. Yeah, like I think the only thing is like number 1, there's like an achievement thing where it's like, you know, an Unfrontier of Blood for like using dodge offset 10 times, and then like one where it's like in like the training menu, it like there's an action prompt for it that like shows that you can do something like that, but like it doesn't really clarify what it is. It's like hold the button down and then press dodge, but it doesn't really provide any sort of meaningful, like, information to tell you, like, what you're supposed, like, what's supposed to be happening, because, like, you would just normally expect it to be, like, a move or something. So, yeah, Bayo 1 doesn't tell you about dodge offset, but I don't think the other games do either. So that is just sort of one thing that the game kind of hangs you out to dry for. So I'm not sure if maybe I just wasn't paying attention to the tutorials in 2 and 3 because I've played the series and I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Ah, I missed it. I always do that. I always end up missing this stupid punish. Yeah, Bayo 1's normal is still harder than 2's hard, yeah. I would definitely agree. I think another thing with, like, 2, though, is just, like, you need witch time, and, like, I don't really like that, because, like, you can't... Like, you have to rely on witch time to, like, deal damage to certain enemies because they're too fast. They just dodge all of your moves, which I think isn't good for the game, because, like, it just kind of makes it kind of really corny. You need to stop. But with 2, at least, because Infinite Climax strips you of witch time, you are, like, kind of forced into, like, learning how to play well, because, like, the game is playable without witch time, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to 2, it's like you have to rely on it, which kind of makes it kind of annoying. Oh, I got the wrong guy. Oh yeah, 2, where it just doesn't even, like... Honestly, even, like, on number 1, on, like, a hard mode, I just remember, like, I couldn't even get, like, a regular combo out, like, in witch time because it was so short. I mean, granted, they also changed it, because, like, in Bayo 1, like, witch time was always, like, the same length, I think, but in 2, it actually depends on, like, the strength of the move, and, like, weaker moves deal... Oh, come on. I literally had, like, a sliver of health. Couldn't have just given me that? But with, 2, like, weak attacks make witch time a lot shorter, so yeah. But even with, like, the offset, I feel like especially with, like, Love is Blue, like, Love is Blue is just so slow. Okay, that felt very unfair. Alright. On Infinite Climax, isn't it just, like, a second on, like, half a second on Infinite Climax no matter what? Like, I don't think they can make it shorter. My guy, you just need to stop. Just let me cheer you on, buddy. Just let me do my little cheerleader. Just let me do my little cheerleader dance. Alright. Oh, so that's probably what it is. With, like, the, enemy not being hit. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense, but... Even, like, with, like, I don't know, I feel like dodge offset, it's just, like... The Love is Blue is just, like, so slow, so it's, like, even if you do dodge offset, like, it still takes, like, a hot second for Wicked Weave to come out, so it's just, like, I don't know. Prevent you from using Witch to do heals. It's like, but that's, like, so boring, like, that, like, why do they want you not to do that? Like... Excuse me. Sorry, I was sneezing. Bless me. Ugh. But, like, why wouldn't they want you to do that? Oh, hey, this is the Jean fight. Didn't realize you were that far yet. If I want to be corny with my witch time, I think I should be allowed to be corny. Like, call me old-fashioned, but I think a game should be enjoyable first and foremost, not a challenge. Unless you're playing Dark Souls, in which case you just like pain, I guess. Alright, I'm just gonna... Sardinata cheese is real, yeah. Sardinata abuse at 1 HP is pretty cheesy, oh. Yeah, cause like, you technically can't die if you have like full HP, right? Let me get this joy. Let me get joy. Let me get joy, please, John. Just let me. Just let me. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get this. Oh no, I did. Cool. Okay. Okay. Come on, John. Come on, just be my best friend. I always love it when John just has like a sliver of health left and you just fire a single bullet and she just goes down through it. I love that. It's always so funny. And then it's just like, especially if like you have her on guard where you're just like firing like the basic bullet and it's just like she keeps deflecting the bullets and it's like, if you stop, you're dead. If at any point you stop, you are 100% dead. Okay, he just whacked straight through the bomb. Okay, I didn't realize they could do that. I think if I taunt this guy fully, and then I can grab the thing here, and that, yeah, I'm back on full, we're fine. I'll just keep taunting to get my magic gauge up, because I'm sure when he tries to counter me with my, okay, he was literally right there, but it didn't hit him. That's fair. Is if you want long witch time on Infinite Climax, Pulley and Celine's Light, because Pulley's getting hit also triggers on the light, and the witch time from it is way longer than in 1. Ooh, that's good to know. Celine's Light in 2 even lets you get a counterattack on the enemy after you're hit. Oh, cool. Ah, this is not going to help with me. Okay. Golem, your beam? Okay. Golem is being a bully right now. I'm going to get my health back, Column. Watch me. I am the ultimate Bayonetta taunter. Do not test me. Okay, there we go. Don't do the snake thing. Oh, he did the snake thing. Okay, but he killed himself. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for the Tuba guys to do their big move, because that should probably help take out a lot of damage. You guys not want to do your big sweepy move? It'd be really helpful for me right about now. Don't know how I got that out of that unscathed. Yeah, I've tried Rodon before, and like, I can get decently far. It's just like, I don't know. I think I should be able to do it if I can use the kind of the cheat method of starting with full magic. I think that's really kind of like the whole trouble that I have, is just not starting with full magic kind of as an upper hill battle, because then you can't really use Holy's Butterfly, and like, it's always like a self-fulfilling thing where it's like, can't use magic, so you get hit more often because you can't use Holy's Butterfly, can't use Holy's Butterfly because you're getting hit, and like, yeah. So, you know, it's just a matter of like just getting down and doing it. I'm just lazy, I guess. Okay. I zoned out for a second. Come on, you don't want to throw a punch? There we go. That's one down. There we go. You shouldn't be too hard. If I keep my distance, there's really nothing you can do. I don't think I have Rodon's weapon. Do I? I don't think I do. Yeah, no, I don't think I do. I have Durga and... I've got Pillow Dog. I've got all the weapons but Rodon, I think. I don't see it in here. Oh, yeah, yeah, it was probably just the regular Angel Arm, because I think I had a, the Angelic Bow. Or whatever it is. Get that out of there, because I don't like using Angel Arms, except for like the pole thing, where you can do the pole dance, and then, the bow. Those are basically the only ones that I use. Oh, you guys again. Okay, if it's just this guy, I should be fine. As long as there's not another one of those tiny ones waiting for me. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, no, don't worry about it with the angel arm stuff. I will admit I have tried using the phone cheats, but like, I don't know, I was just never able to get it to work. Like, I would do the inputs and then it would just be like, just nothing would happen. So I'm like, am I in the right place? Am I in the wrong place? I don't really know. Ooh, you almost got me there. Let's just, you know what, I'll just use, Have I played Devil May Cry? Okay, so I technically have Devil May Cry 3 on my Switch. I just... it's just I mean, I haven't played... I've only played 3, and only a little bit of 3. Because I was like, Devil May Cry 3 is like $4. It's on sale, so I'm like, I should get it. Like, it's basically Bayonetta. It's like the predecessor to Bayonetta, and like, I can feel it, but like, also because it is an older game, like, it just... I'm too spoiled by modern games. Like, it's always like the one struggle I have whenever playing older games is that I'm always just like, unless it's a game that I'm like used to playing, I'm just so spoiled, like, with the dodge and stuff. But, yeah, I don't think I've ever got to the part with Devil Trigger, if that's in 3, but... Isn't that in like 4 or 5, Devil Trigger? Maybe I'm just not super familiar with Devil May Cry enough to really make that decision. Oh! Jerk. Made me take damage. Oh, okay, so then I guess I just never got to the point in 3 where I can actually use it. Granted, I think I only played like the first like 3 levels or whatever. I still have it, I should probably go back to it. I'm just like so bad about playing games that I have, especially as of late. Three is too old for you. I only just played 1. Yeah, I could only imagine what 1 is like. 1 has a life system? Oh, that's annoying. Like, cause that's like the other thing with 3 is like don't like the health items. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. I got. But with like 3 at least, like the items cost more when you buy more. I think that seems kind of ridiculous to me. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to play. Cause I'm like, I don't want to have to like keep spending more money in order to like, you get healing items. Like that seems kind of silly. Like, is there a cap on them at least? Like, you know, you'd only spend, like... It's like, I don't know, it just seems like really not friendly to beginners. Okay, get this stupid sword out of my inventory. Rude. Joy, you are being... thorn in my side. I will keep chasing you. I will keep chasing you with my bullets. I don't care. Okay, the whip keeps getting me. You gotta stop. Okay, there we go. There is a cap, that's good to know, because, like, that's... if it just kept going up and up, is it, like, a high cap, or is it, like, a relatively low cap, like, after, like, the first, like, 5 purchases it caps? It's like, I don't know, man. one thing that doesn't make me want to play, because I'm like, well, I don't want to keep, like, that seems a little too steep. I thought Bayonetta limiting your health recoveries to 3 per, thought that was a little too harsh, but, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Because in Bayonetta 3, I will be honest, like, because there is no item cap in 3, I just, like, bought a bunch of, healing items constantly and would just, like, shoot, or, not shimmer, just force myself through. Yeah. Yeah, Bayo is inspired by 3, same company. Okay, ow. Scratch my head. But yeah, like, Bayonetta is like a spiritual successor to DMC in terms of gameplay, with it being like a high-octane action game. You guys gotta, like... These angels are just being kind of pain in the butt right now. Ah, that's not the one I wanted to grab. I just want to taunt and get my health back. And some magic so I can do some torture attacks. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately with Nintendo IPs, it does kind of, unfortunately, there are definitely some elements that get lost, but, I mean, could be worse. Bayonetta could just have died as a one-game franchise. Without Nintendo, there wouldn't have been Bayo 2 at all, so, you know, I guess we should be thankful at least for that. Oh my god, why do I keep grabbing the guys with full health? Please. Okay, now you grab the small guy when I'm trying to grab the guy in front of me. I'm mad. I'm so mad. Yeah. I mean, technically, it's a 4-game franchise with Origins. Alright, I'm gonna take off the rosary. But yeah. Okay, bro, you gotta stop. But I'll be honest, like, I really did not enjoy 3 as much as I should have. Let's get rid of this guy, because this guy is probably going to be a pain in the butt to deal with. Let's just do a little bit of taunting. Yeah, 3 suffers from, like, just, it was too big. It was just way too big. Because for one, it was originally supposed to... Oh, yeah. The Godzilla fights, yeah. Like, Demon Slave, I think, was just boring. Like, I've seen people be like, oh, it's really cool to fight a thing, but it's like, I want to play as Bayonetta. I don't want to be playing as Bayonetta playing as someone else. Like, I don't know. It just feels really weird to be controlling a character who's controlling something else, so it's like you're, like, 2 steps removed. And then just, like, all of, like, the stinking mini-games, like, oh, yeah, I gotta play rock, paper, scissors as freaking Gamora. And they just use Gamora constantly for everything, and Gamora is, like, the least fun demon to use. Yeah, I mean, also, like, the thing is, like, with the Demon Slaves, like, the game just kind of forces you to use Demon Slave, I feel like. Unless you want to, like, spend 10 minutes on a fight, just because, like, every enemy is huge, and your normal moves do not stagger, like, most enemies, because they're so big. Come on. This is gonna take a while. They're so dodgy. It's only if I actually manage to like get stinking rosary hits off, which when they do that move I can probably get a decent sum off. I just want to make sure I keep my distance, because like I'd rather not have to grind my magic and health on these guys if I can, because the Jean fight's up next. One guy's almost dead. And it's always this stinking lightning guy that always has like the most health. Okay, that's one. Ah, crud. Yeah, and then you have Cheshire, whose moves he does when you summon are random. Yeah, and then also, like, can't the game, like, get soft lock if, like, you're fighting, like, the one tower guy? If you're using the, one thing that makes, demons move freely, the one accessory? Because, like, I'm pretty sure, like, that soft locks the game because the demons won't go and attack the tower guy. Or at least when the game first launched. I'm not sure if that got patched, but like okay, there we go. Soft lock the Rosa fight, right? Can't she get glitched out or something where like she just doesn't move anymore? Alright, Pulleys Butterfly, your time to shine. Triple Jean fight. Okay, I'm gonna have to focus for this. My elbows are stiff because I've been holding the controller in a certain position for like the past 2 hours. Alright. But yeah, I don't know. Bayo 3 is just, it is something. I can't see what's going on anymore. Okay, still have a butterfly, we're good. Come on, one of you has a sliver of health. I know you... Oh, okay. Get the butterfly off. And then you have to wait forever the game to transition when a game... When it happens, it gets confused and gives you 3 stone medals on your verse score. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Alright, here's the fun part. Bayo clone. And I have almost full everything. Nice. Stop dodging, girl. That take. Oh, I have 1 butterfly left. Okay. I think my controller is like getting so stuck. Like the buttons are just getting stuck because I'm pressing them so hard. I can't believe I didn't get like parried like that. Oh, shoot. We're fine. still have a butterfly, okay. I no longer have my butterflies. Okay, I don't know how I didn't get hit there, but sure, I'll take it. Oh, I don't have my butterflies. Bro, we need to chill. Come on, homegirl. You gotta just chill. Okay, so I know I complained about Bayonetta 2 enemies having too much health. This is an exception. This is a super boss. This isn't just your average chapter boss. It's like supposed to be a challenge. There we go. I almost did that perfectly too. I got hit once. Oh goodness. I could not imagine doing that without the rosary. That would be like so stinking hard. Ugh. But we did it. I'm not gonna keep that. You know, I have a video, so there's posterity. When you program tough enemies, the last thing you want for the player to be able to rush them down. I mean, that's true, but like, with the boss enemies, they don't stagger, so like, they can still hit you through moves. Like, they're still threatening in that sense. I just feel like the fights just take too long because it just gets a bit boring because like you're doing the same move over and over, and like, just the fights They do stagger both, yeah. I don't know, I just feel like they don't stagger as much. Maybe I'm thinking more like 3. I don't really remember, I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't really remember the difference between 2 and 3 all too well, because, like, I don't really play 2 and 3 all too much, but, you know. I just feel like they're HP sponges. I feel like the fights go on a little bit too long. And you kind of have to rely on, like, Umbra Climax and Demon Slave to kind of make the fights kind of go faster. They make you feel strong, just like, I don't know. But yeah, we did it. That was my handgun only run of Angel Slayer, so I'm good at the game, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna end the stream now. So thank you, Lakafume, for, or Lakafume. Lakafume? How do you pronounce that? But, you know, thank you for watching the stream. I appreciate the viewership, so, you know. But yeah. I am going to end the stream. Thank you for showing up, and I have a YouTube channel. I think it's linked to my Twitch bio. I'll probably be uploading this as like a VOD, so yeah. Thank you for watching, and have a great night.